about his showboating in the first round? You think that was a disrespect?
It's what he does in every one of his fights. That's what makes him great. That's just his style. Tries to get into people's heads, make them feel insecure, and wants to just take advantage of them that way mentally. But it didn't bother me. Well, it bothered me actually towards the end because I always envisioned he would be doing that, and if he was picking me apart, and I had to try to keep my composure. But when he was doing it, he wasn't hitting me, I was hitting him, so it didn't make sense. It just was like, yo, who do you think you are? And I was like...
Do you feel a difference in the way he's approaching you now? Like a difference in his demeanor now?
Well, we got to know each other a little bit more, seeing each other over from the last fight and now seeing each other on this world tour. This time he's more, I don't know. Yeah, it's a little different now. It's not. He's not really doing anything that much different, but it's a little different. I don't know what.
Cautious. He's more cautious. Respectful.
No, I think he was respectful the last time too, before the fight, but just acting a little different. Maybe I don't know. Maybe more friendly because we're around each other more. Maybe that's what he is.
He hasn't tried to kiss you again, has he?
No, not that friendly. Only on camera we're that friendly.
Yeah.
Are you invited over for the barbecue with Chael Summit?
I think so. He said as long as I don't beat him up too bad, he said I'm invited.
Do you model your career after anyone's as far as goals and disciplines are concerned? I mean, I know that you
I take a lot from a lot of different fighters. I take a little. I watch every time I watch a fight. Like a pay-per-view. There's little things I'll take from a certain fighter that I'm like, wow, I like that. I'll try that tomorrow. And I'll give it a shot. And if it works for me, it works for me. In particular, I like Cain Velasquez a lot. I like his relentlessness. He works really hard. I think he's one of those guys who goes to the gym every day and doesn't waste time, talking to people. He's in there working his butt off and he's not worried about other people. I model that, my work ethic, from him like that.
It's actually interesting because if I were to compare you to anyone, I would compare you to him.
Yeah, I appreciate that. He's definitely a good guy to be modeled after. So.
And when you turn the switch off and you go home or whatever, what do you do to unwind? I mean, there's a whole lot.
Depends, man. I don't know. I got 2 perfect days. It's either I'm completely by myself in my little hole playing video games and sleeping as much as I want, or spending time with the family. So I guess you have if I had a weekend, I could pick my perfect weekend. I'd have both of those in one weekend.
You mentioned playing the UFC game and how you have to keep creating yourself and how in the upcoming year.
That was years. That was like
game.
A couple of years ago. Yeah, I was doing that, and I haven't played in a while because it hasn't been out in a while.
Yeah.
But I was doing that. Now I don't have to. I'm gonna be in the game, which is awesome. Can't wait.
At the presser, I saw you doing magic tricks. I'm pretty sure.
I am a magician.
Yeah, I was
Great
wondering.
Magicians never show their secrets. So.
Can you do some magic tricks?
I could do it if you have 7 pennies. I could do one. I could do one trick. I could do. Watch this. You see the pen? No, you don't. Oh, watch this. All right, here we go. This is real quick. All right, everybody see this? What the heck?
It was good.
Wake up. You haven't seen this. Watch. I could do. If there was a little kid in front of me, I'd kill it. Because it's coming out of the little kid's ear.
Are you actively involved with
But give me 7 pennies, I got a sick trick for anybody.
Oh, shoot.
But anyway, but keep going.
Are you actively involved with any charities or nonprofits?
We're doing Live to Fight, it's the charity's called Live to Fight, but the slogan is Live to Fight, Fight to Live. Some people live to fight, other people fight to live. So it's a charity based on helping people in the MMA community that are dealing with situations like cancer and stuff like that, and helping find ways to fund money to help them get through that if they're having trouble with hospital bills and stuff like that. Also, Standing Strong with Theo Rossi from Sons of Anarchy, I'm helping with that, which is an organization to help people who were victimized from the Hurricane Sandy.
Both of those can be found online. They have online representation, stuff like that.
Yes.
Cool.
Live to Fight, Fight to Live, and Standing Strong.
Now, if
I'm so tired. I'll wake up.
Put you on the spot.
I'll wake up. I'll do it. Don't worry. I did it at the open workout today, behind stage with all the media people and stuff like that. So I've done it on camera. Don't worry. I'm not shy. It's just I got to work up the energy, the spunk. You got to tell a story with it.
Now, with another victory 2 under your belt, and you become a reigning defending champion for a long time, you very well may enter a period of time. I work for MMA-Owl.com.
Very well. They're lucky to have you.
I appreciate that. It's nice of you to say.
Wait,
you may be after a few more title defenses, you may enter a period where your popularity has reached the point where you they put you into the show. You know, the Ultimate Fighter. You know.
Oh, as a coach, you're saying?
Yeah, of course. I mean, that's something that would probably wind up being down the line. I mean, have you given any thought to that? Who you would have as your staff or whatever? You know,
staff is the people that I have around me. So like Ray Longo, Matt Serra, probably John Danaher, Henzo Gracie. That would probably be the people I bring in. Some different wrestling guys from Hofstra University. Yeah.
Aside from actually fighting, what is your favorite aspect of MMA personally?
Besides
the actual fight. Yeah. I mean, is it meeting the fans? Is it the training aspect? Is it seeing that little bit of growth as you progress?
It would have to be competing inside the gym.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just a crazy competitor. I compete in everything. So every day it's just a competition. Whether I'm doing a strength workout or jiu-jitsu or it's boxing, I'm competing with the guy next to me. Or something I seen online. I'm always just competing with somebody, and that's what drives me to do good every day.
Last question.
That's it? You asked me 20 at the open workout.
Right.
I expect at least 20 more. That was only 5.
Well, who's your favorite fighter to watch and why?
Probably Cain Velasquez, because I like his relentlessness and his cardio, and he mixes up awesome. Like, he's got great stand-up, but he doesn't just rely on his stand-up. He uses wrestling because that's where he comes from. Any others? That's it, man?
That's it, man.
You're entertaining everybody here right now.
Between the fight between John Jones and Gustafsson, who did you score that one for?
I was there for it, like 6 seats right up front, so I was kind of enjoying the atmosphere. So I'm not like a fair judge for it, but I will say at the time I thought Gustafsson did enough to win. But I also did have a hard time when they were going to raise someone's hand, actually imagining it being Gustafsson's. So, but that's one of those fights I got to go back and actually watch on tape and reevaluate.
Quick question. How would you feel, like, what would be a big difference from training with Henzo Gracie to before any jiu-jitsu teacher you might have had in the past? Do you see a big difference, or like as far as the level of ability?
I've been with at Henzo Gracie Academy for a while. Maybe like 2-3 years. I've been creeping up in there every day, every once in a while. But when I actually train with Henzo Gracie, he comes out with he has like some old man tricks. You know what I mean? He has like some stuff that he doesn't just tell anybody. So I'll get like some pointers from him and some cool submissions that I've never even seen before, even thought about before. So he's got some really cool stuff. And then you got the great basics. Okay. You know, I think the Gracies, obviously they started jiu-jitsu, and the basics, you just can't beat the basics.
True.
Thank you.
Hey, Dean always says that, like, after you win the title, like, your life changes immensely. Like, how has it changed? You know, like, has it changed that much?
Well, I'm able to buy a new house away from the house I got killed by Hurricane Sandy, so I got more money in my pocket. But after I bought the house, now it's deteriorating again, but still, building equity. Right? Equity's very well. And so and obviously, I think the obvious ones, you know, I'm obviously more popular now. A lot of people coming out of the woodwork. People from my elementary school, all of a sudden we're supposed to be best friends again. And wait a second, where do I know you from? Like, what do you mean? It's just, and then they of course have a business idea that they want to cram down my throat. I'm like a nice guy, so I'm just kind of like usually like, oh, that sounds good. Yeah, I'm in. I'll do that. Next thing I know it, I'm doing something I probably should be doing. That's why it's important to have management by your side at all times, like this guy. But he doesn't live in New York, so he has to learn how to be that at all times.
Oh, there you go.
Well, you know, there's a lot of press going